The first thing Daniel Hayes learned about living a double life was this: you never realize which life is real until one of them starts to fall apart. On the morning everything began to unravel, Daniel stood in front of the bathroom mirror, staring at a face that looked calm, reliable, and ordinary. The kind of face people trusted without thinking. Brown eyes. A tired smile. Slight wrinkles at the corners from years of pretending to care just enough. He adjusted his tie, leaned closer to the mirror, and whispered to his reflection, "Today, be careful." The reflection didn't answer. It never did. By 8:30, Daniel was already downtown, walking into the glass and steel building where everyone knew him as Mr. Hayes, senior financial analyst, married man, respected colleague. The lobby smelled of coffee and polished marble. People nodded when they saw him. "Morning, Daniel," said Karen from our. "Morning," he replied warmly, as always. No one noticed the slight hesitation in his steps. No one ever noticed the small things. That was why the lie had survived so long. In the elevator, as the doors closed, Daniel exhaled slowly. His phone vibrated in his pocket. "Unknown number, we need to talk. Today." His fingers tightened around the phone. His pulse quickened, but his face remained still. Someone behind him coughed. Another checked their watch. Daniel typed back with one hand. "Not now." The reply came instantly. "You don't get to choose anymore." The elevator dinged. To everyone else, Daniel's day was routine. Meetings, numbers, forecasts, polite laughter in conference rooms. But beneath the surface, his thoughts raced. They know, he thought. Or they are about to. During lunch, his colleague Mark sat across from him, chewing a sandwich. "You look tired, man," Mark said. "Everything okay at home?" Daniel smiled. The smile he had perfected over years. Just didn't sleep well. At home. The word echoed in his head. Home was where Emily lived. His wife of 11 years. Kind. Loyal. Safe. She believed Daniel worked late because he was ambitious. She believed his excuses. She believed in him. And that belief was the most dangerous thing of all. At 6 o'clock, Daniel drove home, just like every other evening. The suburban streets were quiet. Identical houses lined up like obedient soldiers. Emily was in the kitchen when he walked in. "Hey," she said, smiling. "Dinner's almost ready." He kissed her cheek. "Smells great." She looked at him closely. "You sure you're okay? You seem distant lately." For a moment, Daniel considered telling her everything. Confessing. Ending the lie. Then his phone vibrated again. Unknown number, midnight. Warehouse on Pier 14. The moment passed. "I'm just tired," he said. Emily nodded, but doubt flickered in her eyes. At 11:30, Daniel lay in bed beside his wife, staring at the ceiling. Emily's breathing was slow, even. She trusted him enough to sleep peacefully. He slipped out of bed quietly, dressed in the dark, and paused at the bedroom door. For a second, he watched her. "I'm sorry," he whispered. Then he left. Pier 14 was abandoned, illuminated only by flickering streetlights and the distant glow of the city. The warehouse loomed like a shadow, its metal doors rusted, its windows broken. Daniel stepped inside. A woman stood waiting for him. She was nothing like Emily. Lena. Sharp eyes. Confident posture. A presence that filled the room. She smiled when she saw him, but there was no warmth in it. "You're late," she said. "I shouldn't be here," Daniel replied. She laughed softly. "You say that every time." Daniel's other life had a different name, different rules, different morals. With Lena, he wasn't the reliable husband or respected analyst. He was something else. Someone dangerous. "What do you want?" he asked. She stepped closer. "I want you to stop pretending this doesn't exist." "It was supposed to be temporary," he said. "Just one job." "You knew better," Lena replied. "Once you cross the line, there's no going back." Daniel clenched his jaw. "You contacted me. That means something went wrong." Lena's smile faded. "They're watching us." Silence filled the warehouse. "Who?" Daniel asked. "Everyone," she said. On his way home, Daniel felt it, the sense of being followed. Every shadow seemed alive. Every car too close. At a red light, he looked in the rearview mirror and saw a black sedan behind him. "Stay calm." The light turned green. The sedan stayed. The next morning, Emily confronted him. "Daniel," she said quietly, "are you hiding something from me?" He froze. "What?" he asked. She held up his phone. It was buzzing all night. The room felt suddenly smaller. "It's work," he said automatically. She shook her head. "You're lying." Daniel opened his mouth, then closed it. Years of deception pressed down on him. "I can explain," he said. "Then do it," she replied. But he couldn't, because the truth would destroy everything. That afternoon, Daniel received a message that changed everything. "She knows. Choose which life survives." He sat alone in his car, hands trembling. 2 lives. 2 identities. 1 choice. Daniel met Lena one last time. "They're coming for me," he said. "For us," she corrected. "No," he said. "I'm done." She studied him carefully. "You think you can just walk away?" "I have to," he replied. "I won't lose her." Lena's eyes hardened. "You already did." That night, Emily disappeared. The house was silent when Daniel came home. Too silent. Her phone lay on the kitchen table. A single message on the screen. "You should have told her." Daniel collapsed into a chair, reality crashing down around him. The double life had demanded its price. Days later, Daniel stood alone on Pier 14, police lights flashing behind him. The truth was exposed. Both lives destroyed. As they led him away, Daniel looked back at the city skyline and thought the final, bitter truth. Living 2 lives doesn't mean you have twice as much to lose. It means you lose everything. The interrogation room smelled of old coffee and disinfectant. Daniel sat alone at the metal table, his wrists resting where handcuffs had been minutes before. The buzzing fluorescent light above him flickered like a nervous pulse. He hadn't slept in 3 days. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw Emily smile. Or Lena's eyes. Or the empty kitchen. Or the message on the phone. "You should have told her." The door opened. A man in a dark suit entered, followed by a woman carrying a tablet. The man sat down slowly, deliberately. "Daniel Hayes," he said. "I'm Agent Miller." "This is Agent Clark." Daniel didn't answer. Miller leaned forward. "You're not being charged." "Not yet." Daniel laughed weakly. "That's supposed to make me feel better?" "It should make you curious," Miller replied. Clark turned the tablet toward him. On the screen was a photo. Emily. Alive. Daniel's breath caught. His hands trembled. "Where is she?" Miller studied his reaction carefully. "That depends on how honest you're ready to be." Emily sat in a small room with white walls and a single window. She looked calm. Too calm. She held a cup of tea with steady hands, as if nothing in her life had collapsed. A woman sat across from her. "You planned this," the woman said. Emily met her gaze. "I prepared for the truth." "Did you love him?" the woman asked. Emily paused. "I loved who he pretended to be." Back in the interrogation room, Daniel stared at the photo. "She's alive," he whispered. "Yes," Miller said. "And she came to us before she disappeared." Daniel's head snapped up. "What?" "She told us her husband was living a double life," Miller continued. "She didn't know the details, but she knew enough." Daniel felt the room spin. "She knew," he said. All this time Clark spoke softly. "She suspected. The late nights. The lies. The way you look through her instead of at her." Daniel closed his eyes. "I never wanted to hurt her." Miller nodded. "Most people living double lives say that." That night, Daniel was released. No charges. No explanations. Just a warning. "You're being watched," Miller said. "Both sides of your life are still interested in you." Daniel returned to an empty house. The silence felt heavier than prison. He sat on the edge of the bed and spoke aloud to no one. "I ruined everything." The phone rang. Unknown number. He didn't hesitate this time. "Yes," he said. Lena's voice answered, calm as ever. "They let you go." "You're behind this," Daniel said. She laughed softly. "I saved you. You destroyed my life." "No," she replied. "I I showed you what it really was. There was a pause. She's not as innocent as you think, Lena added. The line went dead. Daniel found Emily 2 days later. She stood on a bridge overlooking the river, her coat pulled tight around her. You shouldn't be here, she said without turning. I know, Daniel replied. But I needed to see you. She looked at him then. Really looked. I lived with a stranger, she said. Do you know what that feels like? I was scared, he said. I thought I could control it. Emily shook her head. You controlled nothing. There was silence between them, filled with years of unspoken truths. They told me everything, she continued. Not just about Lena. About the money. The accounts. The people you helped disappear. Daniel's voice broke. I was trying to stop. You were enjoying it, Emily said quietly. That hurt more than anger. Weeks passed. Daniel sold the house. Changed his name. Moved to a city where no one knew him. But the double life didn't disappear. It followed him in reflections. In dreams. In the way people looked at him for half a second too long. One evening, as he walked home, a familiar voice spoke behind him. You look different. Daniel stopped. Lena stood there, smiling. You can't escape what you are, she said. Daniel looked at her and finally understood. The double life was never about two worlds. It was about one man who refused to choose who he truly was. And now, the choice was gone. Daniel didn't answer Lena right away. The street was quiet, washed in orange light from the lamps, the kind of calm that feels staged, artificial, like a movie set built to hide something violent just out of frame. I'm not going back, he said finally. Lena tilted her head, studying him the way a surgeon studies a body before the first cut. You never left. She stepped closer. Daniel noticed the familiar details he hated himself for remembering. The way she never rushed, the confidence in her movements, the absence of fear. You think changing your name changes your nature? She continued. You were never meant for that quiet life. With her. With lies you told yourself were kindness. She was my wife, Daniel said. Lena's smile faded. She was your cover. The word hit him harder than he expected. That night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He sat on the floor of his small apartment, back against the wall, replaying everything. Every decision. Every moment Head told himself this is temporary. He remembered the first time Head crossed the line. It hadn't felt dramatic. No gunshots. No shadows. Just a conversation in a bar, a man who needed numbers adjusted, money moved quietly, identities blurred. You're good with details, the man had said. And details change lives. Daniel had told himself he was helping people. Protecting families. Cleaning messes too complicated for the law. That lie had been the easiest one of all. The next morning, Daniel received an envelope under his door. No return address. Inside was a single photo. Emily, standing in a cafe, talking to a woman. Lena. Daniel's hands began to shake. On the back of the photo, 4 words were written. Nothing is accidental. Emily knew she was being watched. She felt it in the pauses of conversations, in the way people seemed to already know her name. The truth had stripped her life of innocence, replaced it with clarity that hurt more than ignorance ever had. When Lena sat across from her again, Emily didn't pretend to be surprised. You planned for him to fall, Emily said. Lena stirred her coffee slowly. I planned for the truth to surface. You used him. Yes, Lena replied calmly. And so did you. Emily's jaw tightened. I loved him. You loved a version of him that didn't exist, Lena said. I loved the real one. Emily laughed bitterly. No. You loved what he could do for you. Lena leaned forward. And you loved not asking questions. Silence settled between them. His breaking, Emily said finally. Lena nodded. He always would. Daniel met Agent Miller one last time. You're in danger, Miller said. Both sides want you quiet. I don't want protection, Daniel replied. I want it to end. Miller sighed. It doesn't end. It only shifts. Daniel stood up. Then it'll shift first. The final confrontation happened at night, where everything important in Daniel's life always seemed to end. Pier 14 again. Rain fell hard, turning the ground slick, blurring the city lights into streaks of gold and red. Emily stood under the warehouse lights. Lena stood opposite her, and Daniel stood between them. "You brought her here?" Daniel asked Lena. "She deserved answers," Lena replied. Emily looked at Daniel. "Is any of it real?" she asked quietly. "Any part of you?" Daniel swallowed. "Yes," he said. "The guilt, the fear, the regret." "That's not enough," Emily said. Lena stepped back. "This is where you choose," she said. "Not between women. Between truth and illusion." Daniel understood then. The double life had never been about secrets. It had been about avoidance. "I'm done running," he said. Sirens wailed in the distance. Emily stepped away first. "Goodbye, Daniel." She walked into the rain without looking back. Lena watched him carefully. "You'll lose everything." Daniel nodded. "I already did." He turned toward the approaching lights. For the first time in years, there was no lie left to protect him. And strangely, that felt like freedom. The rain washed the pier clean, as if trying to erase what had happened there before. The police lights faded into the distance. Emily was gone. Lena had vanished into the night. Daniel was left alone. For the first time in years, there was no second life waiting for him. No escape. No vibrating phone. Only silence. Daniel turned himself in the next morning. Not for forgiveness. Not for redemption. But because lying had finally become impossible. Names. Accounts. Faces. Agent Miller listened in silence. "This doesn't redeem you," he said. "I know," Daniel replied. Prison stripped Daniel of every illusion. Days blended together. Nights were filled with memories he could no longer escape. A double life doesn't split you in two. It erases you. Years later, Daniel walked out alone. No one waited. The city didn't recognize him. He stopped on a bridge, watched the river move beneath him, and whispered, "I know who I am now." The wind carried the words away. That night, Daniel slept without dreams. No lies. No past. Only the quiet weight of truth. Because a double life doesn't end loudly. It ends honestly. That was the end of the story. Stay with me until we meet again.